Hello guys, welcome to Cafe at Simplify. We are diving into business communications and we are going to look at minutes, agendas, yeah, over meetings and notices. So we have a question here from a past paper. It says read the following minutes presented in the company meeting and answer the questions that follow. The meeting was opened with a prayer led by Mr. Rene Mela. The chairman applauded and appreciated the team leaders for the exceptional work put in, especially during the course of the financial year 2023. In recent, in a recently concluded operations managers meeting of Citibank held on 30th November 2023 at the Citibank headquarters in New York, United States of America, it was noticed that, so these were the notices, the bank's staff salary be increased by 20% in the new financial year 2024-2025 in order to enhance staff welfare. Field staff will be dealt with either company vehicles or field allowances in order to ease their work field. Mr. Galval, head of the legal, cautioned members against engaging suppliers in assignment execution without formal work contracts, as this compromises the bank's quality assurance standards. Dr. Mabuke Irene Irene, Dr. Mabuke Irene, the bank's head of information technology, informed the members present that management had introduced a new banking system for better customer and employee experience and therefore encouraged all employees to embrace it. Management reminded branch managers of the importance of all staff and management attending monthly training in order to ensure smooth transition and ease adoption to the new system, which is intended to increase proficiency in their work areas. All staff and managers were urged to strictly abide by the bank's workplace health and safety policy to ensure employee productivity remains safe and healthy. The chairman encouraged employees to participate in team building activities, praised the level of unity within the organization, especially with the end of year party scheduled for next month to help employees bond and get together after a long year's hard work. Meeting was closed with a prayer by Mrs. Beta Kia. That is the minute. Then we are required to write a relevant notes, agenda, and chairman's agenda of the above meeting. Then write well formatted minutes with all three types of minutes. Yeah. So first of all, for the meeting, always a notice is given and to alert the people, to inform them. Then we have the agenda, which we have to write down, which is before during the meeting. Then the chairman is to talk, but he has his own agenda, like what he's going to address. Yeah, it is important to note that when the chairman is addressing, he might tackle in his meeting what has been addressed in the meeting. Like the meeting will commence, he notices what people are talking about, then he comes at last to conclude. So in his meeting, he will conclude other things which have been shared. So we write a notes, but the notes is to inform the people where the meeting will be, when, where it is scheduled, what time, and the place. So every information is got from the question. That is what is amazing. So they are telling us here, in a recently concluded operations manager meeting of what? Citibank, held where and when? Held on the 30th November 2023 at the bank's headquarters in New York, United States. It was noted that writer gives us the notes of the meeting. So we say a meeting of the board of directors, mm, or we can actually put staff, a meeting of staff, of Citibank will be held on 30th November 2023 at the bank's headquarters in New York, USA. Then timing if allocated. which obviously has to be there. The purpose, then in the notes, we have to include the purpose of the meeting. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss the welfare, the staff welfare, operation updates, and operate policies. Then that was part A, telling us write the notes. We have finished it. Place where it is scheduled, timing, and the purpose. Then we come to we write the agenda of the meeting. The agenda of the meeting is good from the information provided. And we know that every meeting starts with a prayer. So we have opening prayer. They have told us by Mr. Rene Mera. Then after that, what happened? The chairman applauded and appreciated the team leaders for the exceptional work. So that means that is chairman's welcome and acknowledgement. Yeah. Then this is what the chairman addressed about. Then we have head of legal cautioned members against this. Miss Dr. Mabuke Irene informed the members of this. So now we can arrange these ones pending. So financial year 2023, every meeting starts with a review or reading of the previous minutes. Yeah, that is important to note. So that's why here we put financial year 2023 review and staff welfare updates. Then we come to this legal. We have this 2024. They're talking about 2024 enhancements and welfare of the staff. But before we talk about this, what is the review of what we are going to read enhance? That's why we are getting this financial year 2023 review and staff welfare updates. Then from there we can come and talk about the can talk about this legal update, legal department briefing on suppliers contract, yeah, by Mr. Galval. Yeah, legal department briefing on supplies contracts. Then after him we have updates on this information technology new banking system. After that we have management reminded branch managers of the importance of all staff and management attending monthly training in order to ensure smooth. So we have training and safety policy updates. You can phrase it in your own way. Then closing remarks and closing prayer by Miss Beta Kia. So that is how our agenda will be. It is actually extracted from the information given. But there are things to note, very crucial. Meeting starts with opening prayer, ends with opening prayer. The names have been given. Then, before we deal with the meeting, the chairman opens up with a welcoming remark and acknowledgement. Then, before we deal into the matters of the meeting, we should have a review of the previous year or of the last meeting which was held. Yeah, reading of minutes, review, what were the way forwards, and so we see how what was the progress, what was worked on, what was left out. So we have these things to address issues, and I've given us the people who talked about them, except this one, training and safety policy updates. They said management, so you may not put the name. So we have opening prayer by Mr. Rene Miller, chairman's welcome and acknowledgements, financial year 2023 review and staff welfare updates, legal department briefing on suppliers contracts by Mr. Galval, IT update on new banking system by Dr. Okay, Irene, training and safety policy updates, closing remarks and closing prayer. Then the other question was write the chairman's agenda. The chairman's agenda. So we see that The chairman's agenda starts by appreciating the team efforts and success during 2023, because here we see he welcomes, can start with welcoming, then acknowledgement, which is here. Then he obviously has to talk about what has been discussed. We believe that the chairman will come in last, to give resolutions way forward. So we have to address issues which have been talked about, give his review recommendations and way forward. So, salary increment discussion for staff welfare, update on field staff support mechanism, contract policy adherence for suppliers, introduction of the new banking system, emphasis on monthly training, safety policies, encouragement of team building activities. Yeah, and a closing remark, and add there a closing remark by his way forward recommendation or his conclusion. Yeah, his forward, way forward, and recommendation. Yeah, so that is it. We come to minutes. So minutes are as well extracted from the information given, and given the fact that we have the people who spoke, what they talked about, it is now important to draft the minutes. But we should note that whenever we're making minutes, we start by the title of the minutes of the meeting held on that. Then we write the people who have attended, the attendees, then those present, absent with apology, absent without apology, in case that information is given. But for this case, nothing of that sort was given. So we write attendees in the order of importance or role or in management. The chairman comes first, then the head of the legal IT department, or managers and other staff. Yeah, because they were not given, they put staff members. That's why we are putting also this other staff. Yeah. Then meeting prayer. The meeting commenced with a prayer by, the name was given, Mr. Rene Miller. Chairman's address. The chairman acknowledged the efforts of team leaders for their 2023. Then staff welfare and salary review. The board approved a 20% salary increment for all staff to enhance welfare, effective from new financial 2024-25. Then the meeting should be brief. Just give the gist of what somebody has talked about in 1 or 2 lines. Legal briefing. Mr. Galval advised managers to refrain from engaging suppliers without formal contracts. Then IT updates on new banking system. Dr. Mabuke Irene discussed the introduction of the new banking system, better customer and employees experience. Then training and safety policy update. The board emphasized the importance. So you give the title, like the heading of that, a small subheading, then what was discussed, the main gist of that. The board emphasized the importance of the monthly training session for smooth adoption of the system. Then team building and end of year party. The chairman encouraged team building activities, especially end of year party. Then closing prayer, and we call it meeting adjournment. Can actually put here adjournment. Adjourn. How do you write it? Adjourn. Yeah, adjournment. That is the end. Thanks so much. Stay tuned and remember to subscribe.